What's going on, everybody? It is Reliics here, and today I'm bringing you another video. Playing some Fortnite for this video because it seems like, Fortnite is a thing now, and which I've played Fortnite probably whenever it not released, but like probably October of 2017 is whenever I started playing Fortnite. I just kind of took a break from it. But today I'm actually going to be telling you guys a story. A pretty embarrassing moment that had happened to me. I wouldn't say it was kind of recent, not that recent. It was in my senior year of high school, and keep in mind I've been out of high school for a year now. I graduated 2017. It's almost been a full year, I'd say. But I had worked a grocery store job all throughout high school just to have some money. Hold on, Fortnite's lagging. I can't think straight. Alright. I'd worked a part-time job in a grocery store just to have some money to spend while I was in high school, to have fun, go out, hang out with friends. Well, I ended up getting fired from that job for quote-unquote cussing a customer out. Hold on, there's a guy in this house. Quote-unquote cussing a customer out, which that never happened. There was this cashier that worked there that really wanted to hook up with my cousin, and she would always get really mad at me because I'd never let it happen. And so I ended up getting fired there. Went to go work with my dad in this cabinet shop that he works at. He's worked there for a little over like 30-something years. And started working there. Well, one day, it was during the weekend. Oh shit. Fuck, I died. Alright. It was one day during the weekend. He checked me out of school at about 11 o'clock, and we went to Florida for a job. We had to go install a set of cabinets at this like $6 million home in Florida. And keep in mind, I live in Alabama. We had to drive down to Panama City Beach, Florida, which is about a good six and a half hour drive. Holy shit, I can't talk. Depending on traffic. Well, we get down there, we couldn't work the day we got down there because it was so late. So the next morning we wake up, we go to install the job, and this contractor gets hella pissed at my dad for backing up our installing truck onto the concrete driveway that goes to the garage. Well, him and my dad gets into it, and just tells us to leave, and it pissed my dad off, so we just ended up going home, didn't even do the job. So, and I was really hoping something like that would happen. So, like, cause I didn't really want to be there, but like, it was money going into my pocket. I think I was getting paid like $250, $300 for going down there, just helping my dad. Pretty much on the ride down there, I got paid $300, and then like a full day's worth of work for it. So I was gonna be bringing home like $400. I mean, it's not bad, but like, I just really didn't want to do it because all my buddies and friends were going to this thing called the Steel Truck Meet. And Still is like this small little town that has a drag strip, and they host like truck meets and all that. Now, I'm not into trucks or anything like that. I like to go down there, and I did like to go down there and get like drunk and just have a good time with all my friends. Well, my dad gets pissed, and he buys like a case of beer on the way there, or on the way home. So we're sitting there drinking. Needless to say, I get fucked up. I mean, I'm completely wasted out of my mind. And before we even get there, well, my dad drops me off at the freeway exit to the truck meet. Oh my god, it's been a straight minute since I played Fortnite. I don't know if you can tell. Sorry about that. But my dad drops me off at the freeway exit because he's in such a rush to get home, and well, I had to run to the drag strip, and like, I'm not in shape at all. Like, I mean, I'm not fat or anything. I'm 6 foot and weigh 140 pounds. Or I did at the time. I weighed 140. Now I dropped down to like 130. But I had to run all the way to the line at the drag strip. Well, I see some of my buddies waiting in the line. Well, I hop in their truck, and of course, they offer me a beer. And keep in mind, I'm already like drunk at this point. Well, I ended up like getting a lot worse that night, and it's kind of embarrassing. I was that drunk guy that night. I got blacked out drunk to the point to like if somebody said something mean to me, I started crying. All my buddies were telling me I needed to chill out because I was acting like a fool and all this. I started this big fight with a bunch of people. I'll try to roll that clip of the video into this part where me and a bunch of friends got in a fight with this group of people and the cops came over there. They had cops all around this place because so many fights break out. But like they don't care. Like you could be I'm 18 years old. I was 17 at the time. You could be 17 and be drinking there, and nobody cared really. They was just there to stop somebody from getting in fights and doing dumb shit. Well, I ended up like starting this fight, talking shit about this guy's truck and calling him like a daddy's money pussy and all this, just like running my mouth. And I'm a small guy. There's no way I could fight anybody. And well, all my friends get pissed because they kept coming back, and it was like I don't know, it was a big like shit talking fest between our group and their group. And this girl was like, everybody thinks somebody hit this guy's sister and nobody touched her, and a bunch of things like that. Well, I ended up like causing a bunch of mayhem between our group of friends, and they got pretty pissed at me and started telling me I needed to chill out and shit like that. I ended up crying. I know that's pretty embarrassing, but I was like so drunk, but I ended up crying. And they ooh shit. Hold on. I ended up crying. Well, one of my friends was just like messing with me. He's like, I was sitting on the back of my buddy's truck, and this other dude, like, he was just messing with me, and he called me a pussy. And he's like, I don't know, way older than me, and like, he's a little bit bigger than me. Like, easily could take me on in a fight. And I went over there and I got in his face, and I was like, "What the fuck did you say, bitch?" and all this, and like caused an argument between us two. Well, he ended up shoving me down. See if I can get this right. Like, I can never do the editing on this thing. He ended up shoving me down, and I fell in this big ass like pothole that was in the parking lot. And then one of my buddies like locked me in his truck. I ended up passing out, and then I woke up like 2 hours later. And like apparently I caused another fight. I don't know like what had happened, like or how it got started. I barely remember that night. Sorry about that. I ended up causing another fight. I seriously don't know how it happened or anything, but it did. And I just like get out of my buddy's truck, and I start acting normal for a bit, and then like out of nowhere, apparently I started causing more shit, and this other like that same group that we fought before ended up bringing like another group of people that they knew, or like more people. Hold on. Okay, that is some bullshit, dude. Why is a green pump gonna hit for 9? They ended up bringing their other buddies or a different group or something like that. So there's like this huge ass brawl, like fighting going around, and like I ended up like passing out again or something like that in the back seat of another truck. And I wake up. First thing I see whenever I wake up is like a midget running at me, like fixing to hit my ass. And then one of my good friends just steps out of the way and just runs and clotheslines him, and knocked him out. Like he was out. And then see what else happened. It's kind of hard to like remember the story because I was so drunk in it. And then after that happened, my one of my good friends was like talking shit, saying like I started all this and like I made this night go to hell, like go to shit, and just like I caused a bunch of hell between that night. And I like apparently when I'm drunk, I get like really ballsy and will fight anybody. This dude is like I don't know. He's probably 5'11". He's like he works out. He's like real stocky, uh, pretty buff kind of dude. And I just like started talking shit to him and was like, "Yo, you trying to fucking fight me?" And he's an actual cop. Like he's a county cop where I live, and he ended up like pinning my arm behind me and like slamming me down on the hood of a truck. And then another person went over there and picked me up and then just like threw me down like I was nothing, just like a rag doll. And I ended up passing out over that. And then I remember I get out of the, I wake up like, I don't know, it's probably been like 45 minutes. I wake up and get out of the truck again, and I just get my ass stomped. Like, everybody's just beating the hell out of me. Well, not everybody, but like, somebody else starts beating the shit out of me because apparently I started running my mouth again. It was like causing a bunch of more mayhem. I don't know, it's kind of embarrassing to talk about, but like, I just remember, because the next morning was Mother's Day, and I just remember like waking up, like, I wasn't hungover or anything. I just like woke up and was like wondering what the fuck was going on. Dude, what the hell? It just lagged. I'm bringing you guys some shitty gameplay. But hopefully y'all were just here for the story. But I just like woke up and then like I remembered it was Mother's Day and I went to go meet with my aunt because I always take her out to eat on Mother's Day. Because kind of sad to say, but my mom's not really in my life. And like I didn't like check my body or nothing, but like apparently like later that day I noticed like my whole like my forearm, my hands were cut up from whenever I slid on the pavement from getting pushed down. My face had a big old bruise on it. Like it looked bad. Like you could tell somebody like beat the living shit out of me. And she asked me what had happened whenever I took her out to dinner. And or no, it was lunch I took her out to. And I told her I don't know. Like I think I told her I tripped or something, because she's like very religious and all that. And I didn't want to tell her I was like shit faced drunk. But yeah, it ended up like it took like a week and a half for that big bruise to go away on my face and the cuts to heal because they were pretty deep. I just know like that night I got extremely shit-faced drunk, blacked out drunk, whatever you want to call it, and tried fighting my friends. It was Mother's Day the next day, like I said before, and everybody was texting me saying, "You fucking ruined our night, blah blah blah, we had such a good time." And I ended up like still causing more shit the next day just because I was like trying to defend myself, I guess, about what happened. And one of my buddies was still pissed at me. I mean, I understand what I did was like fucked up, but like there's no need to still be pissed about it. And we ended up almost getting in a fight over it, but now we just like look back and laugh at what happened. I don't know, like here's a tip. Don't ever get so shit-faced drunk that you start fighting your friends. hold on, that you start fighting your friends, and just don't ever get drunk enough to where you lose a friendship over something like that. Like, yeah, drinking's fun. You know, it's good to get, you know, a little lit every now and then. Don't ever lose, like, cause a friendship to be lost over it. Get wrecked, bitch. Fuck you, pussy. God damn, he got the good loot too out of this chest. But yeah, as I was saying before, and when you drink responsibly. Don't drink and drive. It can kill people. I know so many people have, or it can also ruin your life. Just don't ever drink and drive. I know plenty of people who've gotten DUIs and couldn't get their college degree jobs over it, or just couldn't get a job at all because of it. And it will make you spend so much money over it too, because of how much DUIs cost nowadays. I mean, I've never had one. I've been really close to having one because I used to be dumb as hell. The fuck was that? But I used to be ignorant and would drink and drive all the time, and I've came really close several times to almost getting one. Bitch, you thought. Just DUIs are not a good thing to have. I really don't know what else to talk about because I wasn't expecting me to stay alive this long, and my game's lagging really bad. I mean, I was expecting just to stay alive long enough to finish that story off. I wish I could have stayed alive all the other games I played, but sadly I died a bunch of times. If you'd like to know, okay, yeah. If you'd like to hear more stories, more drunk stories, or more embarrassing stories about what I've done before, leave a comment below. I know it's been a very long time since I've made YouTube videos, other than that Smite YouTube video. I just honestly want to get back into YouTube. That's something I've always enjoyed. I would love to make a career out of making YouTube videos. Like, I'm not trying to sell out or anything like that and just be like, yo, I want to do it for money. I actually enjoy making YouTube videos, and I would not mind, you know, having a career out of this, because this is something I enjoy. Something that's, you know, people are always going to be doing is watching gaming videos. I don't think the gaming scene of YouTube will ever die. That's something that's always going to be trending, especially with Fortnite out now. It's such a huge game, and everybody makes YouTube videos about it. Like, I'm not even expecting, I'm not gonna lie, I'm not even expecting this video to do good. It's just something I wanted to share with, like, the whole 96 subscribers I have that nobody, I mean, I don't even think people watch me anymore. Like, I used to have a pretty good, I used to get a pretty good bit of views for having 96 subscribers. Hold on. God. Well, we had 6 kills that game. But, as I was saying, I used to get a good bit of views back whenever I had trick shot on Call of Duty and stuff, and now that trick shotting's pretty much dead now that you're not in phase. I mean, phase people barely even do it anymore. I mean, look at them. They're all vlogging now or doing whatever they do. Trick shotting is just not a popular thing anymore. But I would still love to continue to make YouTube videos. I would also, I don't know, I kind of want my channel to grow, and it's going to be very, very tough for me to do so. But I hope you guys enjoyed this embarrassing story of mine, and let me know if you want to hear more. It's been Reliics, and I'm